Okay. Now I just got to find the stream so I can see the chat. And of course I had a chat up, box up. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Let's do that. Okay. All right. Well. All right. A couple people found it. Let's just hope this works. That is so annoying. I have no idea what happened. And now I just somehow hid the chat. Just the last thing I wanted to do. Oh, there we go. Show chat. I wanted to pop out the chat is what I wanted to do. All right. Oh my gosh. Ridiculous. All righty. All right, all good now. Of course, I lost all the questions though. Hopefully I get everybody back. Sorry about that, guys. I wish I knew what happened. Where's Waldo? Exactly right. I think, and there'll be a little bit longer of a lag right now because I didn't put it on ultra low latency. I think what I'm gonna have to do two things. One is make sure I turn off all of the undervolts, underclocks, put everything back to stock so that the video card works correctly. I have a feeling that might have had something to do with it. And then the other thing that I've learned from Serpent is restart your computer before every stream. Do not, and it's been a long time since I restarted my computer. So I will make sure that I do that from now on. Anyway, alrighty, but where were we? I was rambling out about XM Rig, I think a bit. If anybody has any questions, please tag me. And again, appreciate everybody coming back. Apologize for the technical difficulties. So anyway, it's doing a lot better. Seems to be running stable and everything. Let me do this. Bear with me here a second. Look at my what were my topics again? That's not the one. Live. I know there's something I haven't covered yet. Oh, that's right. Quick tip, downloading miners. That was one of the things I wanted to cover. So, and while I'm doing this, yeah, feel free to type any questions you may have for me, and hopefully this thing stays stable for the next, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes. So I came across this because I've seen other people give different solutions for downloading the miner and being able to get to it, even though your computer says, no, you can't do this. So let me show you. So let's just look at XM Rig. GitHub. All right. So, I just did this morning. Went into here, found the latest release, scrolled down, and actually checked Rabbit's video. And this is actually where I came across this idea because I was checking really to see which version I was supposed to download. It was it the MSVC or was it the GCC? But it was the MSVC. That is the one to download. So I click it, it downloads, and then it says, oh, it's blocked. Discard. Oh, shoot. Now what do I do? So what Rabbit had said to do was basically turn off all of your security, then download it. It'll download fine and you're good. There's another easier way, in my opinion, is click the button over here where it says show all, and then you say keep dangerous file. And it says keep dangerous file. Yes, I did say I wanted to keep the dangerous file. And then you have it. And now you can show it in the folder, and now it's in your downloads folder. I don't know if I have any downloads in here. Yeah, it really doesn't matter. Let me just do this. And then you have your downloads here. You can see where I did it this morning. So it's really that simple. It is not hard at all. Oh yeah, this is the one I did. It was the XM rig. That's the one I just did at 848. So really a piece of cake. So that's what I learned a while back. Little trick I learned from somebody else that had talked about this on the internet somewhere. And it's definitely saved me a lot of time with miners and with other things that you know are safe, but Windows thinks they aren't. So anyway, just thought I would do that, show you that as well. Let's see if there's any other question. Red Llama Crypto. I never restart. I know I never restart either, but it was probably more having to do with the overclocks, and I still haven't changed the overclocks. So yeah, we'll see how long this takes, but it did go 40 minutes at least without a technical glitch. But yeah, it did say encoder error, which is interesting. Part of that, I am covering the button you pushed. Oh, all right. Let me go back and do that again. Sorry about that. Let me move me to the other side. So let me click here again. And you saw what it said there before. It says, you know, xmrig blah, 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 .zip is dangerous. So Chrome has blocked it, discard. Okay. So over here, it says show all. So you click the show all button and then you get this link and you click keep dangerous file, keep anyway, and you're good. And now I have 3 of those in my downloads folder. So anyway, hopefully that answers the question for you. I've got too many things up on my screen. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, let's see here. Feel like I'm at the doctor's office when you type. Yeah, I'm a heavy typer. I mean, I learned on a typewriter when I was in high school, so I've just always kept that like heavy hand. Plus, I used to play piano, so strong fingers. Oh my God, it's a virus. Let's see. Windows gets paid to tell you it's not safe. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. Wouldn't doubt that at all. You know, it's one of those things where it could be, it's just not verified by Windows. So therefore, if Windows hasn't verified it, it's bad no matter what. So yeah, at any rate, well, that was the last thing I was going to cover tonight. Let me just double check to see if there was anything else I was going to mention tonight. Yeah, it was pretty much the 3 things I was going to talk about. Definitely Helium is still going well. Let's see where I'm at. As far as my stats, last 24 hours, I'm at 0.327 Helium. But what's interesting actually is that there was a new version that came out. And ever since my last activity was at 355, they were supposed to download a new version at 3:30 my time or around that time. And I have not had any activity since then. So I'm going to be doing some research to see maybe if I should restart my unit or what, because I got nothing since then. And that's unusual, very unusual. So I don't know if any of you have any input into that, have any insight into that. That would be good. 56, you have any insight into that? I know you sent me the information regarding the new version being uploaded. If he is still, oh yeah, he did show up. So do you have any information, 56? Do you have any activity since the change in version, since the upload? Bueller. Passive cash flow. I'm about ready to mount my HNT antenna on a tree. I'm not getting anything. Well, I wouldn't mount it to a tree because the branches and things will get in its way. So any thoughts on the recent price dip? So there is a particular guy that I follow called Crypto Capital Venture. Feel like he is a voice of reason. He always talks about, okay, so 56 says API was out for a few hours, so it's probably catching up. Okay, good. Which probably means I'm going to have a huge bump or a large bump catching up on all the activity once it does that. So, okay. So anyway, sorry, going back to the price decline. So I follow this guy, Crypto Capital Venture. He's on YouTube. Definitely recommend his videos. Definitely a huge Cardano backer. Definitely loves Cardano. You could say he's a fanboy, but he's got a lot invested in it. So you know, I respect what he talks about with Cardano, but you also need to take it with a grain of salt in the fact that he has some vested interest. He's got a bunch of staking pools that he does. So there's a lot of things that he is riding the coattails of Cardano with a lot of the things he is doing. So, you know, I always look at it from not what I necessarily believe, but looking at it from the outside. If I was looking at it from the outside and just, you know, tuning into this guy, my first question would be, wait a minute, this guy's got a lot riding on Cardano. Is he just pumping it because he's got a lot into it? I don't believe that's the case because he consistently talks about not just the upside, but also the downside. I really like watching him because he gives you the ability to plan what to do at specific moments. So for instance, if he says, well, this is the downside pattern, and he's like, and here's the key level. You know, this is at the point where you would want to think about buying because it's reached this support level due to this pattern or whatever. But you also have this possible pattern set up. So basically from where it's at, we may be at a major point as to which way is it going to go, up or down. So he did that specifically on Bitcoin, and basically all Bitcoin did was do what it normally does. It crashed 30%, came down to its 50-day moving average. That's it. I mean, it will do this. It had gone up, it comes down. So it basically just hit a higher low. That's all it did. And that's normal. Now, if it goes down from here, which honestly, I haven't even looked at it today. I looked at it earlier today, but so yeah, it's pretty much in this. Well, I shouldn't say that because that isn't updating, I don't think. Let's see. Okay, so it did go up today. Now, obviously the markets went up today, so that makes sense. So that's a good indication. Certainly not, we don't want to see it go down from here. Going down from where it was, no big deal. That was to be expected, honestly. And it's something it does every year this time of year. People cash out. People want to buy Christmas presents. You could make every excuse in the book as to why it happened, but it really doesn't matter. It's fitting the pattern. This happens every December. So, and again, it just hit a normal drop. It's a higher low. As long as it goes up from here, this was really necessary. We will see these constant ups and downs, but a lot of times it'll go up. A lot of times when it comes down, it stays for a while, then goes up. Like I said, but what we need to keep an eye on is when it hits these lower levels, make sure that it holds the support at those levels. The sudden drops, not worried about those. It's more about where it closes over, 24, 48 hours, as long as it closes within that level during that period of time. So all depends on whether or not you look at the week charts, the day charts, or even just the 4-hour charts. So anyway, I'm not concerned. I still believe it will go up from here. That's not financial advice, just my belief. I am looking at specific coins that have taken a hit that I believe in. That happens to be Cardano for me. So I have seen it take a hit, and so I have been buying a bit of Cardano. Also bought a bit of Bitcoin when it fell. So yeah, I just look at these drops as buying opportunities. That's what they are. You know, anytime you see that fear index start to jack itself way up, that's the time to buy. Not when there's euphoria in the market, which is what generally people do. So anyway, that's my thought on that. Let's see. Any other questions? Anything new or exciting coming from EVGA? Honestly, not that I'm aware of. I mean, I'm sure they'll be coming out with the new graphics cards from NVIDIA. What I'm really curious about is whether or not they're going to do a queue for those, or if they're just done with queues altogether. So that, I would say, stay tuned. I'm hoping that they do a queue, and that they basically did it like they did the last time, where you hop in line as fast as you can and try to get in the queue as early as possible. They let elite members do it 24 hours before everybody else. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, no, other than that, I can't really say. I know they have great sales on their keyboards. Definitely like their keyboards. I'm not using one, but if I were to buy a keyboard now, I'd be buying the EVGA keyboard. My wife has one, and I really like it. So, but she likes that keyboard. Specific one I've got a Razer keyboard, but it doesn't show the shift items. So like when I'm looking at like a 1, the number 1, or any of the numbers on my screen, any of the letters, doesn't matter. It doesn't show the secondary function of the key when you hit shift. It doesn't light that up. You have to know what they are when it's dark in the room. Like right now, I can see them because I have light in the room, but it's not that bright. So I would have liked it if they could have lit up. But anyway, Mastermind Crypto, thanks for the financial advice. No, this is not financial advice, Mr. Mastermind Crypto. Also known as, no, I won't let you know everybody know what your super secret name is. Anyway, so Midwest Miner says, I heard it was because of futures trading. Basically, people take out crypto loans when it's low, wait for it to peak, then sell off to pay the interest in the loans they take out. I mean, there certainly are, squeezes that take place. I suppose that could be the reason. Maybe that is the reason why you see these fluctuations, these cycles in the market. I don't know. I just know that the cycles occur, not always why they occur. What is your guess and hash rate of the 2060 12 gigabyte launching tomorrow? I honestly don't think it'll be that much different than the regular 2060. It'll have a few more CUDA cores, but the memory is, you know what? I'm not even sure if the memory is the same speed or if it's like the 16 gigabyte. Honestly, I don't know. I haven't really been concentrating on it. The main reason why I haven't been concentrating on it is because it won't be as efficient as the 3000 series. I'm trying to, I say that, but that makes no sense because the LHR versions of the 3000 series are no more efficient than the 2000 series cards. So I don't know. I just haven't really been paying much attention to it, honestly. Haven't heard any queues opening up at EVGA. I actually didn't even know it was launching tomorrow, so I appreciate the heads up on that, Brian. Let's see here. Yeah, NVIDIA gonna milk it till the 5000 series. Yeah, it's business. They can do that, sure. I mean, they're able to take advantage of their 7 nanometer. Is it 7 nanometer or higher? Anyway, take advantage of an unused portion of TSMC's manufacturing. So it's honestly it's a good idea on NVIDIA. The smaller nanometer cells, they're all used up. the capacity on those are used up. So people are moving off of the old ones. So now there's capacity on those. So yeah, it just makes sense. Hey, Chili, thanks for joining me. Hopefully you were able to miss out on all of the craziness of my stream dying the last time. And hey, as long as Chili's here, Chili will be joining Red Panda on Saturday. Chili, do you know what time that stream is going to be on Saturday? It's going to be the standard Red Panda time of 1 p.m. cool standard time, Central Standard Time. Anyway, let us know if you know the time yet, but there will be giveaways. There will be 12 units, 12 GPU units given away, not with the GPUs, of course. And then 2 8 GPU units given away. So anyway, pretty cool. As well as being able to buy 1 unit when in the past it's been 5 units with Octominer minimums. So anyway, will definitely be good. Oh, wow. It's going to be early, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So it'll be just after Serpent's stream on Saturday. So definitely looking forward to that. And then one of the other topics I'm going to be covering coming up, I'm going to start, I've covered it in the past, but I'll cover taxes as far as how to, not necessarily how to do taxes, but how to manage your taxes through, I use Coinly, and I'll talk a bit about that as well as why I chose Coinly. But a lot of the services are very similar. It's just a matter of finding the package that that fits, your needs based upon the quantity that's given. Like when for instance, I was looking at CoinTracker. CoinTracker, in order to get 1,000 transactions, it was $175 for the year. With Coinly, it was only 100. So I tried out both. They both are great. But Coinly was a lot less expensive and did exactly what I needed it to do and made my taxes really, really easy as a result. It was something that I was like, I could figure this out. I can figure out how to average all of this stuff myself. And I kept trying, and it just isn't worth the time, honestly. If you have any significant amount of transactions, to try to figure out what your mining profits are, what your, at the point at which your mining pool transferred your mining profit, your mining payout to your wallet or exchange, that's at the point at which you basically claim your income. That's what your income is based off, is when it gets transferred. At that point, it becomes investment. So in that basis is based upon what that price is at that time. So I did a lot of research on this. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a tax accountant. All I can tell you is what I have done and the research that I have done as to how I have done my taxes. I know a lot of people say, go find somebody to do your taxes. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I choose to do my own taxes because honestly, I find it interesting. I do my father's taxes. I have done my in-laws taxes in the past. Yeah, it's just, I just something that I like to do. I like numbers, that type of thing. So anyway, I will be doing something on that in the near future. Need to learn how to manage your taxes. Well, I will be having a video on that. I actually did a video last year on it as well. But I'm a little bit more knowledgeable than I was last year as far as, I think I'll be able to do a better video on it this year, I guess is my point. I knew about taxes, but I have a lot more mining going on than I did last year when I did my taxes. Let's see. Is there anything else going on? I guess Mastermind Crypto is supposed to be doing something else, I guess. Yeah, I guess maybe I should have taken tomorrow off so I could go to Micro Center, but oh well, I took today off instead. It is what it is. Yep. 2x12s and 2x8 server cases. Oh, wow. What is a by 8 plus? I guess we will have to tune in on Saturday to find out what a X8 plus is. We will find out. I wonder if it's, no, because I don't know. We'll find out on Saturday. Is my financial advice to not pay taxes? My financial advice is to pay the taxes that you are supposed to pay, but nothing more. So the goal of anybody doing their taxes is to take every available write-off and to do it properly and pay only the taxes that the government is due based upon the laws in this country. So that is what I go by. So I do pay my taxes. I do not cheat on my taxes, but at the same time, I try to know all the laws and everything I have available to me to lower my taxes. So let's see here. Oh, passive cash flow. I've been testing Coinly and it's good. Yeah, I really like it. I didn't actually thought about that. Midwest Miner server case would help against shorts. Short circuits? Do you mean short circuits? Where you touch the rig and you give it a jolt? Yeah, I think taxes are pretty easy. It's just, you got to take your time, and the hardest part is actually getting all the information together. That's the hardest part. For me, this year will be very interesting because it's about going through and finding everything I bought that was mining related. And I will ride that off against all my profits. So, all my revenue, I should say. They're not profits if you take expenses against the revenue. Anyway, so let's see what else we got going on here. Next year will be interesting. Next year will be very interesting because I am not sure how some of this will affect miners. So one of the things I don't know if it actually passed. I think it did. But one of the things is that with crypto, you weren't subject to, I forget what it's called, but basically if you sell an asset, you can't rebuy it until a certain amount of time has passed. If you do, you can't claim the loss. So let's say you bought something at 100, you sold it at 80. Well, if it goes down to 70 and you buy it back within the certain amount of time that you don't exceed that certain amount of time, then yeah, you're buying it back at 70, but you can't claim the loss. Your basis is still 100. So the crypto was not subject to this. So let's say I'm mining Ethereum, which I am, and I want to sell some of it. Well, right now I will sell the stuff that I mined at the highest level, which is great because if I sell it and I sell it at a loss, I can claim the loss and keep all the long-term capital gains, just untaxable. So the problem is that next year it's going to make it a lot harder for these applications, because if you're selling within a period of time, and I don't know how they're going to treat mining, is that a purchase or what? So I don't know how that's going to be treated. So anyway, thankfully we don't have to worry about it this year, and we'll have a whole nother year to figure out how that's going to affect us miners. But that will be a very interesting thing to figure out, and it's something I'm watching. Let's see what else. Hopefully that answers that question with, yeah, it's to be determined. TBS Miner, I keep telling my wife that it's a write-off every time I buy a GPU. She keeps reminding me I've been only mining for 3 months and haven't made that much mining yet. My wife says I have a problem. I have an addiction. So, but thankfully my midlife crisis actually has made us money. So yeah, this year will be an interesting year when it comes to doing the taxes. Yeah, I have a lot of expenses, but I've mined for much more the year than last year. Last year, a lot of the purchases were made at the end of the year, so I was able to ride that off last year. Now this year, I've made a bunch of purchases, but I've been mining a lot more. So there'll definitely be some. This will be the first year where I'm actually claiming a profit this year. So, and then obviously don't forget to write off the cost of your electricity. That's also very important. Yeah, the wash sale. Yeah, that's what it's called. Thank you, Passive Cash Flow. I appreciate that. So yeah, it's like I said, that's going to make it a lot more difficult for us miners. We just have to figure out specifically how that is going to be viewed. Is it going to be viewed like a purchase, even though we're just mining it, but just paid out in Ethereum instead of being paid out in dollars? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap it up here. I've been on for an hour. Well, hour and 5 minutes because it took me like 10 minutes to get back online, but I appreciate everybody coming back. I haven't even looked to see how many people actually made it. Yeah, because everything is all messed up here. Let me see if I can actually see how many people are here. Well, hey, somebody type in the chat. How many people actually are here right now? This has been a little crazy as to why. Yeah, I had it up a little bit ago and now it's gone. But anyway, alrighty guys. Well, thank you so much for coming. Oh, one more thing, Brian Hollywood. Real miner never ROI or break even because we are always buying more cards. Yeah, there's some truth to that, but I have kept track of each of my cards to know like when I have and by the way, ROI'd, no, that is not a word. It's not even return on investment. It's a percentage. I have gotten 100% ROI back on my cards and therefore I've broken even. That would be ROI. No. If you want to say return on initial investment, that works too. But anyway, I know I've said that to Chum Change before and he always just rolls his eyes. Anyway, alrighty guys, I'm gonna let you guys all go. Thanks for all coming. I really appreciate it. Wow, was it 80? Oh, wow. Wow. I had no idea it was that high. Well, definitely thank you for all coming. I will be doing this every Monday and hopefully I'll be able to do the next one without any technical difficulties. I know the last one I had technical difficulties as well, but at least this time, the second try didn't have the technical difficulties. So I didn't have to try to do it a third time. Anyway, so I guess a step in the right direction. Anyway, guys, thanks again. Appreciate it. Now I just got to figure out what window to go to in order to stop the stream because everything's gone all over the place. There we go. Alrighty, guys. Have a good night.